have Twister reusable bags.
We just walked to the store, got stuff for dinner, so that I can show you how to make the chicken stock. Okay, a couple weeks ago I found a cast iron pan. I've been looking for them everywhere at a flea market, and there it is. And I'm going to use it for the first time tonight. So I've cleaned it the way I read to clean it. It's seasoned, and I've just put some oil in it. I hope it works, because I've been wanting cast iron for so long, but I've been kind of intimidated by it. So I'm going to cook some veggies in it, and hopefully that comes out really good. Okay guys, it's that time. I am going to be making my beef stock. So I've had a few requests about making this and freezing it, so I'm going to show you how I do it. The whole process, start to finish. Okay, so we had a roasted chicken for dinner. So what I do is I take the leftover, the carcass basically, the skin, the bones, all of that, put it in my crock pot right there, and then add all these vegetables to it and salt and pepper to taste. Now, I don't bother to peel. All of this is going to come out anyway, you're not going to have this, so I don't bother to peel it. I do wash everything though, to make sure. And on a side note, you have any idea how awesome it is to be able to pick your own herbs out of your own garden? I was so looking forward to this again this year, and I'm finally able to do it, so I'm so happy about it. Kids are getting ready for school. Emmy has field trip today. You guys are too short again. So I'm going to the water park. Emily!
Oh gosh!
Smile!
Hold on, Ayden!
Turn the other way and do it.
Hi. Ayden, my mom is
Ayden. He's behind the camera. Alright, so it's the next day, and I started the chicken broth yesterday. So let me show you what it looks like right now. It's been in the crock pot all night. I'm going to do the light for this. See, it's got everything out of this, vegetables and everything that it can get. It's a nice dark color. Smells delicious. Ooh, let me shut that light off. Hi, Ayden.
Hi.
That light's pretty bright. Smells really good. So what I'm going to do now is strain it. So, I mean, honestly, all I did was add everything in there and turn it on high at first. I put it on high for probably a couple hours, and then switch it to low. That's how my crock pot works. It's only got a high and low setting. So, put it on high, switched it to low, and let it boil for hours. I mean, it's really up to you. I usually do about 8 hours minimum. That's a minimum. I have gone longer than that, but it usually gives me pretty good flavor at a minimum of 8 hours. So, but I mean, it's preference, personal preference. Hi, Emmy. Good morning.
My field trips today.
Field trips today. Are you excited?
Yeah.
All right.
Is this my bag?
So now I'm going to strain it. So I have a strainer inside or over a bowl. I just put it over there. That way this will catch all the bones and everything. You were supposed to bring it, honey, if I wasn't chaperoning. Alright, so just kind of get all the drippings out. You see all that in there. That would be great for, like, take the bones out. That would be great for, like, the chickens and stuff. They would love that. Unfortunately, I don't have any chickens. Alright, and so this broth is what you're left with after it. And I mean, it looks delicious. Look at that. It smells really good too. It's still warm. Yeah. So, alright, next step is to freeze it in the cupcake tins. And again, I like the cupcake tins because they're like pre-measured. So each cupcake thing, each section, cupcake section, is about a half a cup. It measures automatically to about a half a cup. So it makes the measuring really easy, and you can just pull them out and throw it in whatever you're cooking very easily. So that's the next step. Alright, so now I'm going to put the broth into the tins and freeze it. While that's freezing, all I do is just put the rest of this in the fridge. I'll put the lid on it, put it in the fridge, keep it cool until I need to repeat the process. So you may have noticed that I didn't actually skim much off the top of this as far as fat. One, there wasn't that much, and two, some of that's flavor. So once it goes in the fridge, you'll get to see exactly how much fat will come to the top, and you'll be able to get that off. It'll actually solidify, so it'll be easier for you to get that off. But when I put it in the little cups, there's really not that much of it, so I'm not all that worried about it. But hey, it's personal preference. If you want to skim it all off first, go for it. Totally up to you. It's just not what I do. So now those will freeze. It takes a little while, a couple hours. Those will come out. I'll pop them into a baggie, and then it'll all go in the freezer, and that's it. So sometimes, probably in one of the past videos, you might have noticed that I was putting some of the frozen broth into baggies, into a baggie, and it was a very light color compared to this. This is really dark. Well, that's because I make different kinds of chicken broth. Well, I make all kinds of broth, but in particular chicken broth, and the reason for that is taste. So the really light one is the same exact process of putting it in the crock pot and letting it cook, but without the vegetables. It's just the chicken itself, salt and pepper. So you really get the authentic chicken flavor, and that's it. There's no vegetables in it, there's no garlic, there's no herbs, it's just the chicken. So that's why you'll see sometimes a lighter broth that I'm packing away. And you know, it's really, really good as well. It's just a very authentic, strict, just chicken flavor. This one is dark, it smells delicious, tastes delicious, and it's got all the herbs and everything in it, so it's a different taste. So I like to have a variety for different dishes that I make. Again, personal preference. Whatever you feel like making is totally up to you. Alright guys, so the last stage of this chicken broth extravaganza we got going on here is to take it out of the tins and bag it. So that's what I'm doing now. And after that, you just throw it in the freezer, take it out as you need it.